In this demo, I'm going to show you how to add a tip or a lead and also create a task to a case or just an open tip that's not yet related to a case. There's multiple ways to add a tip, and we use tip and leads interchangeably. So when you open up your case, for example, I've got this case opened up with this case number. I can click the phone icon at the top and add my tips. Or over here on the right hand side, you can record tips if you have an office personnel that's going to be taking a phone call and they obviously won't be assigned to a case yet. They could just simply click on tips over here on the right and just add a tip and assign it to an investigator later. So there's multiple ways of doing it. It all works the same way, so I'm just going to use this as an example of this case. So we'll click on the phone icon. Let's add a tip. The date the tip came in, I hit T and throws in today's date and time. If you want to assign it to an investigator, you can do that now, and I'll go ahead and assign it to myself. All of these drop downs you have control, you put your own values in, so I'll just mark it as active, but you get to create your own values, whatever you want to name them. Okay, so these are all sample ones. And then if it happened at a particular address, you can type that in, and then the tip information. You can either type in this box here. You can always click the details and type a full paragraph or whole Word doc size information if you want. So caller said meth dealings at the Walmart. Okay, whatever the tip is, and save it, or you can type in here as well. More notes here. So there's no limit on the amount of notes, and you just simply hit save. If there's an investigator already assigned, it's going to ask you, do you want to create a task for this investigator? If I say yes, it'll create a task, and it asks me, do I want to email the task to the investigator? In case closed, we also have a mobile app. So through the mobile app, if they're out in the field, the investigators can track tips and follow up with tips or leads, and they can also track the tasks, and they can also, of course, get the email through the smartphone as well. So it also asks you, do you want to email them? So I'm just going to say no, but just know that you can email the task to the investigator, okay, with just a click, and it'll create it. All right. So there's a tip came in. You can track the tips. You can track unlimited tips for a case, and then let's look at the task. I'm just going to click close this out, and we'll go over to my tasks. It'll give me all the tasks that are assigned to me, and down at the bottom here's the task that we just created from that tip that came in, created from tip, and here's the details information. Caller said, you can see right here, caller said the meth dealings at the Walmart. Okay, again, that will go through the mobile app as well, so if the investigator's out in the field, they can actually see the whole details about the note. You can track for a task, you can track the hours and minutes that you spent on it, and of course it's all related to a case, so you can run reports on all the time you spent, all the tips that came in for a case, and so on. Okay, so this is a task much like Outlook task, where you have a start time, you have when is it due, you have, of course, if it's been completed, you check that for completed. If you need to reassign it to someone else, you can reassign it. But this is a typical task. And then the other thing we went over was the actual recording of a tip that came in.